Big Blue, stop right now. MetLife Stadium just exploded with breaking news, and one single figure is already burning through East Rutherford. 15 artificial turf games on the 2026 schedule. New head coach John Harbaugh is laying down the law. Quarterback Jackson Dart just got hit with a reality check over his dangerous running style, and star receiver Malik Neighbors underwent a second knee procedure that has doctors sweating and rivals watching. Insiders warned us this powder keg was ready to blow, and here is your first concrete payoff. That turf stat puts New York tied for the most games on synthetic surface in the entire NFL alongside Tennessee. If you bleed blue, white, and red and want to see the Eagles fall, hit like and subscribe right now. We start with the wild culture shift and quarterback drama shaking Big Blue to its core. Stay locked, there is a double cliffhanger at the end. Whispers turned into footsteps, and inside the Giants facility the atmosphere has completely shifted. The name everyone is screaming about? Jackson Dart. And new offensive coordinator Matt Nagy just pulled him into a room to show him something he will never forget. The front office knows what they have in Dart. 2,272 passing yards, 15 touchdowns, and 9 rushing scores in his rookie campaign. But those stats mean nothing if your franchise quarterback is sitting in the blue medical tent every 3 weeks. Nagy queued up film from last season, showing Dart every single hit, every unnecessary collision, and every time he gambled his body for an extra yard. The message was brutal: lower your shoulder like a fullback and you will not survive this league. But Dart is only half of the story, because running back Cam Scotabo is turning this backfield into a circus. Harbaugh watched Scotabo attempt a post-practice backflip and gave him a single stern response. Dude, at least stick it. That loose, high-risk attitude is a double-edged sword. Scotabo put up 410 yards and 5 touchdowns in just 8 games before an ankle injury sidelined him, showing elite potential. Yet Harbaugh knows that when vibes override discipline, locker rooms fracture into individual agendas, and then came the medical update that sent shockwaves through East Rutherford. Malik Neighbors, who dominated as a rookie with 1,204 yards on 109 catches, had to undergo a second surgical procedure on his torn right knee this spring. That second cleanup operation signals that his ACL recovery is lagging behind schedule, forcing the front office to scramble. To cover their tracks, New York signed an army of veteran flyers including Juju Smith-Schuster, Darnell Mooney, Calvin Austin III, and even brought back Odell Beckham Jr. Rumor has it, according to insider reports from Adam Schefter, that despite this medical chaos, executives around the league genuinely believe New York has a real path to the playoffs if the defense holds up. To build that defensive wall, assistant coach Charlie Bullen was retained and promoted to run game coordinator, bringing essential tactical continuity to an edge rushing unit brimming with absolute game changers. Bullen has been tasked with unleashing a ferocious pass rush rotation made up of Brian Burns, Kayvon Thibodeau, Abdul Carter, and rookie standout Arvell Reese, who was recently honored on the prestigious NFLPA Rising Stars list. If Bullen can forge those pass rushers into a disciplined, suffocating front line, it will swallow opponent drives and take massive pressure off Dart while he learns to protect his health from the pocket. Every single pass play needs crisp execution, and having a dominant defense keeps the game script balanced, so Nagy doesn't have to force high-risk throws late in the fourth quarter. However, playing 15 games on synthetic turf adds an alarming physical burden that every starter must overcome. The injury risks on artificial turf are heavily documented, making durability and medical management the ultimate variables for this coaching staff. If the training team cannot keep the core intact through this turf-heavy stretch, the entire season could derail before the cold weather sets in. Can Dart fix his risk calculus before week 1? Or will this powder keg detonate before November? Drop your take in the comments below. If you think Big Blue has what it takes to survive 15 turf games and shock the division, hit that like button right now to support the movement. But as intense as the offense looks, the battle on the front line just took an unexpected turn, with a forgotten veteran refusing to yield his spot. A move 3 years in the making is finally coming to a head in the trenches. The identity everyone's asking about, Aaron Stinney, and while fan forums are ignoring his contract, the coaching staff views him as their absolute insurance policy. When the front office drafted physical force Francis Mauigoa and J.C. Davis while re-signing Jermaine Elweminor and gambling on Daniel Falele, the consensus was clear: New York wants to run the ball straight down opposing throats. Mauigoa represents a massive shift toward heavy physical football, but rookie linemen notoriously struggle with NFL speed when transitioning positions. That is where Stinney changes the equation. Standing 6'3" and weighing 312 pounds, the 32-year-old veteran quietly returned on a modest 1-year minimum deal. He brings 64 games of career experience and 16 starts, coming off the second-best advanced grade season of his career according to Pro Football Focus. Look at the alternative options. Evan Neal and Josh Ezeudu have consistently struggled to maintain leverage as starting placeholders, while Falele is coming off a brutal down year. If John Runyan stumbles at left guard, or an injury forces Mauigoa out to tackle, Stinney steps into the interior line without missing a beat. Insiders close to the team, including reports circulating through camp at the Greenbrier, note that Harbaugh values Stinney's floor higher than the flashy potential of unproven depth options. PFF ranked Big Blue's offensive line 9th overall last season, and keeping a battle-tested guard prevents a single injury from destroying the whole unit. Stinney will not make a Pro Bowl, but he prevents catastrophic collapses when the pads pop in late December. Harbaugh's foundational philosophy has always been rooted in violent, trench-dominant execution, and he refuses to let a single weak link ruin his offensive output. Big Blue spent years watching promising drives evaporate the second a backup interior guard surrendered quick pressure up the middle. Stinney completely erases that structural weakness by supplying proven, starting-caliber reps from the bench. When Matt Nagy draws up power gap concepts and heavy rushing packages, he needs guards who pull with authority and diagnose complex defensive fronts instantly. Stinney possesses a sharp understanding of line stunts and blitz pickups, providing young passers with invaluable peace of mind when opposing pass rushers collapse the pocket. In divisional battles where defensive fronts bring constant exotic blitzes, having a veteran who makes seamless pre-snap adjustments can prevent turnover-worthy plays before the ball is even snapped. Having that caliber of seasoned veteran depth locked up on a cheap, low-risk deal represents one of the most underrated moves Joe Schoen executed all spring. His presence elevates the standard in the film room and pushes the young starters to maintain technical perfection every single day. Do you trust Stinney to start if Mauigoa or Runyan go down early in the year? Tell me who you want starting at guard in the comments. And if you believe a dominant offensive line is the key to crushing the Cowboys, smash that like button right now. But as stable as the interior line looks, the chopping block is officially out, and two high-profile names are about to get cut loose. Scouts called it calculated house cleaning, and the new coaching staff is ready to trim the fat. The question wasn't if cuts were coming, but when. And the first major name on the chopping block is veteran running back Devin Singletary. Harbaugh demands power runners who fit his exact physical profile, and at 5'7" and 203 pounds, Singletary simply does not fit the mold. Last season, Singletary played all 17 games, but mustered only 437 yards at a mediocre 3.7 yards per carry. Compare that to Tyrone Tracy, who led the roster with 740 yards while averaging 4.2 per carry, or Scatabo, who missed 9 games yet came within 27 yards of Singletary's total while racking up 5 touchdowns. At 5'11" and over 210 pounds each, Scatabo and Tracy own the physical metrics Harbaugh craves for his ground and pound assault. Rumor has it, cited by insiders at Clutch Points, that Singletary is firmly at the bottom of the depth chart and stands little chance of surviving final cuts. The second player facing the executioner's block is wide receiver Jalin Hyatt. Hyatt had a solid rookie campaign with 373 yards, but over his last 2 seasons combined, he has posted a dismal 13 receptions for 97 yards. With neighbors recovering, Malachi Fields drafting in, and veterans like Odell Beckham Jr., Juju Smith-Schuster, and tight end Isaiah Likely commanding targets, Hyatt is completely outmatched. Harbaugh builds teams around players who meet his strict standards, and Hyatt's lack of production has left him stranded. If he does not put together an otherworldly training camp performance, his time in New York is over. These severe roster cuts mark a total ideological departure from past administrations that routinely coddled high draft choices regardless of their actual tape. Under Harbaugh's leadership, high draft status provides zero immunity if a player fails to produce or meet the grueling physical demands of his system. The upcoming practices at camp will feature intense, full-contact padded sessions designed to expose softness and reward relentlessness. When coaches evaluate third and short situations, they want backs who fall forward for tough yards rather than dancing behind the line of scrimmage. The message echoing through the complex is crystal clear. Produce on every snap or surrender your roster spot to a hungry rookie. Moving on from Singletary and Hyatt will free up vital salary cap space while opening doors for higher upside talent waiting in the wings. This uncompromising approach is precisely how Harbaugh transformed every franchise he ever touched, and it is establishing an unforgiving championship-level standard in New York. Which of these two players should get cut first? Singletary or Hyatt? Let me know who you are dropping in the comments section. Hit like if you agree that Harbaugh needs to purge this roster of underperforming talent. The roster cutdown is setting up an explosive season, but what happens next could alter the entire NFC East landscape. 3 stories. 1 massive transformation. The quarterback must choose between survival and highlight plays, the offensive line floor has been quietly elevated by veteran depth, and an elite head coach is purging cold weight from the roster. New York is no longer playing games or operating on pure vibes. Harbaugh is constructing an ironclad football team built to punish opponents on the ground and dominate physically. If Dart absorbs Nagy's film lessons, if Neighbors returns safely from his second procedure, and if the secondary unit led by rising star Arvell Reese steps up, the division title is wide open. Dallas is vulnerable, Philadelphia is retooling, and Washington is within reach. Big Blue wins if they survive those 15 brutal games on artificial turf and establish their power running game early. The blueprint is drawn, the coaching talent with run game coordinator Charlie Bullen is locked in, and the standard has been set. Now here is what I need from Big Blue fans right now. 1. Smash that like button if you believe John Harbaugh will lead this franchise back into the postseason this year. 2. Drop a comment below predicting exact win totals for Jackson Dart in year 2. 3. Subscribe to the channel immediately because every new subscriber sends a clear message to Eagles and Cowboys fans that New York is taking back the NFC East. Listen closely to the cliffhanger before you go. Inside the building, rumors are swirling that a major veteran wide receiver is threatening a holdout if his contract details are not adjusted before camp ends. And across the division, the Philadelphia Eagles just freed up significant salary cap space and are actively targeting an elite pass rusher that Big Blue was hoping to sign. Which domino falls first, New York's receiver drama or Philly's pass rush move? The next update drops in less than 48 hours. Subscribe now, stay locked, and let us make the NFC East bow to Big Blue. See you in the next war.